So Teresa's really gonna have the procedure?
Yes.
She's not gonna change her mind?
Well, if she does, I have a little procedure of my own I'm gonna perform on her.
Rebecca, I need you to stop it, all right? She's going to have the procedure.
I'd really like you to start showing some compassion. Because, after all, we are losing a baby here, Mother.
To save the other. I mean, the end justifies the means.
It does not make the loss any less painful.
Honey, I know. I do, and it's just that, well, you're gonna have to start looking at the glass as half full as opposed to half empty. I mean, you are finally gonna be a mother.
I am, aren't I?
Yeah.
I really am gonna be a mother. Finally, I am going to have the baby that I have always dreamed about.
Yes, but which baby?
This is enough to drive you insane. Honey, part of me wants to jump for joy for the baby that we're gonna have, but the other part of me, we're gonna have to have another funeral.
Sarah will be in heaven waiting for him or her. Think of it that way.
Honey, I just don't know if I'm gonna be able to get through this.
Of course you can, Gwen. No, you are my daughter. And we come from a long, long line of survivors. Besides, you have to. The other little baby's gonna be depending on you, and you are a mother.
Well, that's true.
That is assuming that Teresa keeps her word and gives you the baby.
She will. She's gonna do the right thing. Just I hope she will.
As soon as Teresita has this procedure, I am going to grab my checkbook and I am going shopping. I am going to buy everything and anything that this little baby could use. Oh, and you're going to come with me.
No, I'm not.
Well, of course you are. And while we're at it, we're going to buy something nice for the mommy-to-be. Oh, and a nice little bauble for the mommy-to-be's mommy.
It's called the grandmother.
Make that a great big bauble. Well, what do you say?
Mother, when this procedure's finished, if it's successful, one of my babies is gonna be gone, and even though the other one will have a chance to survive, this is really not the time to be celebrating.
Really, it's not.
Honey, I'm gonna go to the chapel. I'd like to say a prayer for one of those babies, okay?
Okay. I can come with you.
No, I think you should stay here if one of the doctors needs to talk to you, okay?
That little bitch Teresa had better keep her word, because if she doesn't, I'm gonna tear her limb from limb, take her to the ocean, and feed her to the sharks.
Great. Will you just calm down? She's gonna do the right thing.
How long have you been standing there?
Long enough. Still haven't made up your mind, have you? Teresa, please. Listen. Just leave it to the doctor. Leave it to God. Just let him direct their hands as to which baby to save. Please.
Ethan, Teresa knows how everyone feels, okay? But this is her decision.
Let's leave Teresa and Eve alone to talk, hmm? Come on.
Yeah.
Ethan. Ethan. I have watched you grow up. You are like another son to me. I am so sorry that this has happened.
No, stop. It's not your fault.
Teresa told me everything. About the two babies and how they came to be. She's a good girl, Ethan. It's just that sometimes... Well, I'm sorry that, once again, my daughter has been so impetuous.
So am I. When is she gonna learn that everything doesn't have to turn into a scheme, huh?
What Teresa did was terrible. Switching places with your surrogate. having herself implanted with your embryo, and then thinking that she had miscarried. She pretended to be Gwen and tricked you into making love to her, but all she wanted was her son back. And she felt that trading your baby for hers was the only way she had left.
The only Teresa way.
Ethan, God knows that my daughter, oh, she is not a saint, but she's not a monster. This all started because Rebecca and Gwen took little Ethan away from her. If they hadn't done that, none of this would have happened.
I know that. I know that. I don't condone what they did at all. At all. But there are other ways to work these things out.
God, how? She tried the courts, Ethan, but she was up against Rebecca and the Crane power and money. They took her little baby away, Ethan, and you did nothing to stop it.
Laura, I had planned the whole time to give little Ethan back to her as soon as Gwen's and my baby was born.
Yes, but you should have never let them take him away in the first place. I'm sorry, Ethan. I love you, but you have to bear some of the responsibility in all of this. You do. You loved my daughter. You were going to marry her, and then when you got Gwen pregnant, you left her.
I'm not proud of my behavior, I know. I know how much I hurt Teresa when I married Gwen, but I do love Gwen. I think she should have just left us alone. Teresa should have never followed us to California. Gwen never would have fallen. Sarah would be fine now.
Ethan, wait. Teresa, she did not follow you to California. She went out there to try to get away from you and Gwen. Trust me, she had no idea that you were in Los Angeles. And as far as Gwen losing baby Sarah, yes, it was a tragedy. But it was an accident, and you know that, even if Gwen doesn't. Ethan, if you had been honest with Gwen when you found out that Teresa was out there, and she had not found out on the news, then this accident would have never happened. Baby Sarah would be alive today. Gwen's ovaries wouldn't have been damaged, and you wouldn't have needed a surrogate, and none of this would have happened. There's plenty of blame to go around for everyone, Ethan.
You're right. You are right. And I'm sorry for my part in it all. But it was never my idea to take little Ethan away from her, ever.
But you went along with it. Wait. Don't get me wrong. I hate what my daughter did. I do. But my poor Teresa has had a lot of loss in her life. Her father, her brother, her son, her home, her job. God, Ethan, all you and Gwen had to do was give her little Ethan back. And none of this would have happened.
Well, I feel terrible.
I'm sorry, Ethan. That wasn't my intention at all. I hate what Teresa did to try to get little Ethan back, but I can't blame my daughter completely. She was a desperate mother trying to save her child.
And now Gwen is an equally desperate mother trying to save her child. And in spite of my religious beliefs, we pushed Teresa to have this procedure. You're gonna do the procedure?
Yes. Yeah. Which baby did you decide to keep?
I chose to leave it up to God, Mama. I told Dr. Russell that she should save the baby that has the best chance.
Thank you. I won't forget this. Ever.
Eve, is it time? I'm just about ready to go. I was just in the chapel saying a prayer for you. And, for the soul of the baby we're about to lose.
Thank you, Gwen.
Teresa, I know how you feel about this. And I feel the same way. But please just try to remember that we're doing this to save the life of a baby. And I really, truly believe that God understands.
I hope so.
And I want to thank you for agreeing to do this. For saving one of our babies and for letting me be a mother. I'm never gonna forget this. This is the kindest, most generous, selfless thing. Teresa, there's no way I can ever repay you for this.
Dear God, please let the baby you saved be Gwen's. Please give her this shot at happiness. And give her her child.